Hey, what's up everybody, it's Rue the Dude, and today we'll be talking about the best $400 gaming PC for March of 2018. So let's get straight into it. Now before we start, I do want to say that I do not recommend getting a $400 gaming PC if you're going anything above Fortnite graphic wise. This PC will be able to do some gaming, but it is not your best option, especially since you're going for such a low price. And not only that, but GPU prices are super high due to the mining trend. But nonetheless, here's your best $400 gaming PC for March of 2018. So let's kick it straight off with the CPU. We'll be using Intel's Pentium G4560 dual-core processor. Now in order to afford a half-decent graphics card, we had to go pretty low with this CPU. The CPU may seem a little bit underwhelming, but with 2 cores and 4 threads at 3.5 GHz, this isn't a bad processor at all. For the motherboard, we'll be using the ASRock B250M Micro ATX motherboard. There are cheaper motherboards, but in order to use them, you'll need a BIOS update, and not everyone has a processor to update their BIOS on hand. So I just went with the safe route and got this motherboard. Next up, the RAM. We'll be using G-Skill's NT Series 2x4GB memory. Just like graphics cards, RAM is really expensive right now, so this is your best bet for dual channel RAM. So unless you want to get one stick of 8GB RAM to upgrade to 16GB later, this is your best bet. For the storage, we'll be using the WD Caviar Blue 1TB internal hard drive storage. This is the best storage for those $700 and below budget gaming PC builds. It's 7200 RPM and has a terabyte of storage, which is perfect for its price point. But if you do have an extra $50, I definitely would recommend you getting an SSD to download Windows 10 or whatever your operating system is onto. It'll make it so much faster. Next up, the part everyone is waiting for, we have the video card. We'll be using Asus's Radeon RX 550 with 2GB of VRAM graphics card. Now I did do a lot of research for the graphics card for this build, and this is your best option. It will absolutely be able to play games like Minecraft, Fortnite, and Rocket League at 1080p with 60 frames per second at medium to high settings. Also, it's a fairly new graphics card. It's the RX 500 series, which is pretty good and trustworthy, especially from Asus. Next up, we have the power supply. We'll be using Corsair's CXM 450W 80 plus bronze certified semi-modular ATX power supply. 450 watts will absolutely be enough for this build and even allows you to upgrade. Also, another cool thing about this power supply is that it's semi-modular, which means if you have any dangling wires, you can just unplug them from the power supply. Now finally, we have the case. For the case, we'll be using the Cougar MX330 ATX case. Of course, you can choose any ATX case you want, but this is the one that I think looks best in relation to the motherboard and video card. But like I said, this is totally up to you. You do not have to get this case. As long as the case is labeled ATX and is below $26, you'll be perfect. Also, this case has a huge window, which I know a lot of gamers like. And that's gonna do it for this $400 gaming PC. I apologize if I sound a little stuffy, I'm a little under the weather right now. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, maybe subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, leave a comment. Duh. Thanks for watching, peace out.